with us for the broadcast. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes. So finish your dinner, get your snacks, and we'll see you back in a bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Kern High Network Football, live from East Bakersfield High as the Blades host the Cabrillo Conquistadors. I am Kenny Calvin. I'm joined by my Hall of Fame coach, Rick Van Horn, and producer-director Kevin Willie. Coach, got a team coming off a win in Cabrillo. Got East coming off a loss, even though they put up some impressive plays last week. How do you feel as we go into this night?
Well, I tell you what, you couldn't have two more evenly matched teams. East Tide rated 93rd in the Valley. Cabrillo's rated 90th.
Wow.
1-0, 0-1. Very similar size-wise, very similar. Quarterbacks, almost spitting images. They're both about 5'8", 180 pounds, like to throw the ball. So it's going to be a good game. I think both teams are going to put some scores up. It's whoever can get to that quarterback the most.
Got you. So defense is going to be the key because you do have some offenses that had some big plays last week. You know, Barraza was 20 of 28 for 200 yards.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive opening night for
It is,
for a senior.
and you know, usually when we see an East High game these last 2 years, Randy Lenore. And last week, Highland did a great job of bottling him up, but I think tonight it's going to be his night.
All right, Coach. Well, we're excited. East will be kicking off, heading north. Cabrillo receiving, heading south. Live on Kern High Network. Let's get it. Squib kick, and it looked like that might have been tapped. And that's going to be taken at the 32, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cabrillo Conquistadors. We definitely want to thank the East Bakersfield High staff for hosting us tonight, always rolling out the red carpet for us. Principal Carla Stallworth, AP of Instruction Megan Mawson, AP of Administration Maggie Ortega, Dean of Students Sonny Baber, Tina Balance, Athletics Director James Dominguez, and Activities Director Lori Ambrose. All right, 1st and 10, Conquistadors, Coach.
Pretty good field position to start the game out if you're Cabrillo. Cabrillo's located in Lompoc, if you didn't know that.
Hotbed of football on the coast. We'll talk about Lompoc. Shout out to Coach Cornford, Lompoc legend. Under the center. And it looks like they're going to go jet sweep. And that's going to be some nice yardage. And
Uh-oh, that could go to the house there.
Wow.
And
Stepped out of bounds after a nice run, and that's an amazing run on the jet sweep.
I thought he was going to take it to the house, but right before the snap, I saw a little movement. The referees let it go.
Yep, I saw that as well. You know, it's definitely hard to catch that when you got that jet sweep motion. You're paying so much attention to that person coming across. Nonetheless, that's a 1st down run for the Conquistadors. Mason Monabat, senior receiver. All right, Cabrillo, 1st and 10. They go with that end around. Wow. Hops over one defender and is corralled after an 8-yard gain.
Well, the one thing we see is Cabrillo's got some speed and quickness. They're not the most physical
8-yard gain brings up second
physical
down.
team in the stadium, but they've got some speed.
All right, and I mean, and Jacob Barceros, he's a senior. He had 4 carries for 50 yards last game. That's 12 and a half yards a pop. 2nd and 3. Shotgun pro formation for Carrazza.
Oh, good job by East Tide defense bottling him up.
Barceros.
Tried to attack inside the tackles.
Tackled by number 9, Steven Romero.
East Tide wouldn't have it. East Tide's defensive line has some pretty good size. A little bigger size than Cabrillo's O-line.
It's good to see East High, a renewed sense of hope as Coach Nick Romero takes over. Got his guys playing some inspired football, and now it's a chance for inspired defense, 3rd and short, Coach. Slight movement, and that's going to be a 1st down run for the Conquistadors.
Yeah.
Andre Briscoe. On the tackle, number 4, Jacob Borboa.
A little movement up front again they didn't call. But good enough for Cabrillo to get the first down.
Cabrillo, first down.
Coach, you highlighted something last week. You know, these first couple of games are always a filling out process for coaches, players, and officials as well.
Yeah, you know, they say the most improvement you make is between the first and the second game. So once you can iron all those, you know, last week we faced Cramp City.
Right, Cramp City.
every play in the second half was a cramp.
Off eye, and they go toss sweep. That's
he's
nice.
Got the edge. He's got the edge.
Carried by number 1,
Mason.
Briscoe.
Well, Andre Briscoe with the carry. That last carry, and he's the person that had that first carry. I was looking at the wrong roster.
Conquistador, first down.
He's
Not a
senior.
big guy, 135 pounds.
6'1", 135 pounds. Boy, Stream beam. First and 10. He's very effective, though. So far, they like him on that left-hand side. Andre Briscoe. Under center again.
Uh-oh, they got a guy wide open. Here he is, tight end on the 7 route.
And that's going to be a touchdown. Cabrillo, totally blown coverage. As it looks.
Uh-oh. We've got a flag down.
Wow.
Going to be a personal foul.
Wow.
Roughing the passer on East, so
Defensive penalty. Personal
touchdown
foul.
counts.
Roughing the passer.
You know, and if you're an East High team that's looking to try to find your first win, you want to have a mistake-free first drive. That was definitely a blown coverage, Coach.
It was, sure was. And you know what happens? You know where that DB's eyes were.
Right, in the backfield.
backfield.
Yep, you know, and that's one of the things, young defensive backs. If your duty is pass, you have to make sure you're reading your keys, because if you take your eye off that tight end's hat, he's going to run right by you, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him.
Wow. And it looked like it was number 80, and it didn't.
Cabrillo lined up to go for 2.
Wow. Pistol formation for the Conquistadors, and they're rolling left, and they got pressure. He lets it fly, and that's going to look like it's going to be intercepted. Great job.
Pass intercepted.
So the conversion is no good. So Cabrillo strikes first.
Coverage, number 4,
We'll take a quick break and be back with more on Kern High Network.
6, East High.
Welcome back to Kern High Network Football, live from East High. Cabrillo strikes first, and Coach, it looked like it was a tight twin set and maybe two guys going. We thought it was a tight end. It may have been a tight twin set with the wide receiver.
Just a tight end down, and they had formation away. Nice little fake to the running back, and he rolls right and throws a strike to that tight end for a touchdown. And then on top of that, East rough the passer, 15-yard penalty. Let's Cabrillo kick off from the East High 45.
All right, so we'll get a look at this Blades offense, see if they can get redemption.
Their new quarterback, Max Hall, is a transfer from Highland.
Wow.
Last year's East High quarterback to finish the season, Levi Delgado, is now a receiver.
Levi made some plays last year. So the first play is going to be a handoff inside, and that's going to be taken up for about 3 games. And I've heard big things out of Randy Lenore.
Well, one thing is he looks a little bigger than last year, doesn't he?
Right. I mean, he ran very well last year.
I see him limping already, first carry. Yeah, there were some games when it was all Lenore against Foothill, I remember.
Right.
He carried the Blade offense.
Very impressive seeing the kid that young take on the load last year. Excited to see what he does as an upperclassman. Shotgun double set. Pistol formation for the Blades. Quick screen. That's going to be incomplete. One thing I know about the person calling that play, he loved that play himself in college. Cam Roberson, offensive coordinator for the East Blades, one of my former Renegade players and my cousin. He's one of the most special screen catching receivers in the slot I ever seen.
Well, it was what he could do with it after he caught it.
Yes. Just throw it to him. Just throw it 1 yard route, and he'll take it 80. All right, nonetheless, big third down for the Eastside Blades. 3rd and 7 for Maximus. Trips open set. Rolls right.
Oh, he's got a hook. Oh!
Looks like the receiver may have slipped, Coach.
He was wide open. He slipped. And Hull put that ball right on the money, but the receiver slipped.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up a 4th down, and the punt team will come out. And those are the kind of plays that you want to win early, because getting behind the chains definitely is a recipe for a long night.
Yeah, and it looks like Cabrillo's got a nice little package on offense. They can throw it. They threw it 28 times last week.
All right.
They like to run the ball, but when they throw it, they're very effective. They want high percentage passes.
That's a great point, Coach, because you look at the stats, they didn't really have a guy that dazzled you on the running game, but they had a lot of guys getting carries.
Yeah.
You know, you had upward of 4 to 5 guys getting carries, so that means play actions off of those runs yielding results. That's a nice punt. Gets the roll. Oh, and a late block in the back, totally unnecessary, as Dominic Carrison, the tight end, comes in and wipes the guy out, and that's going to be a horrible penalty for Cabrillo.
Well, they're back to even now because Cabrillo got to kick off from East High 45, so.
And if you're a young – well, go ahead, Coach.
They're playing even Steven on 15-yard penalties now. Yeah, back to 0 in that hidden yardage category.
Right, you always highlight the hidden yardage every week because, you know, it's one of the things that people really don't see as fans a lot of times, but those penalties make a difference on scoring or not scoring. And if Cabrillo, your team, you're having some momentum, you definitely don't want to do something like that to change the field position. Nonetheless.
Dave Fleming, the head coach of Cabrillo, you know, they were 7-4 last year. Got beat in the second round of the playoffs.
Movement up front again. Nice pursuit and defense.
Once they get their hands on that little tailback, 135 pounds, you know those linebackers just
right. Salivating, huh?
Salivating. Licking their chops there to get a piece of that guy.
Avian Tiarina with the tackle for the Eastside Blades. Great penetration by the defensive line. And like you said, that defensive line played some inspired football for them last year.
Yeah. And that first series Cabrillo had, they got the edge a couple times. Hopefully East High's made some adjustments. If they can contain him, turn him back, that's something he didn't want to do.
Quarterback keeps it, and that's exactly what they do there, Coach. Keep him bottled in. You saw both ends get up the field and force them back inside.
Tackle by number 4, Jacob.
Well, we've got a flag here. Looks like it's going to be a personal foul on East High.
East High.
And again, Coach, you talk about the hidden yardage. You have them pinned, you know, inside their 30, trying to get some field position back, and there goes the penalty flips the field on you once again. It's going to be 1st and 10, Cabrillo. Cabrillo plays Lompoc next week. Historically, Lompoc has had a very good team.
Yeah.
Not sure what they did last week. But
Well, we were talking earlier before the game. Morro Bay is in Cabrillo's league.
Oh, yeah.
They threw for, 641 yards last
my
night.
Goodness. Wow. I got to see that film, Coach. Shotgun. That's going to be a keeper again. Quarterback getting it to the edge, and that's going to come back as you see another flag, but great pursuit to the edge.
Well, that's going to be a hold on Cabrillo, I'm sure.
Navarro. Penalty flags on the field.
Gabriel Barraza had 11 carries last week as well, so he's a guy that definitely tries to make plays with his feet. But, you know, he passed the ball so well, we haven't really even seen a lot in the air yet.
No, they're 1 for 1, like we tell you. When they throw it, they're very high percentage, and they want to use it as a dagger.
Definitely.
Just like they did on that touchdown pass.
6:51 to play here on Kern High Network. I am Kenny Calvin. I'm joined by my Hall of Fame coach, Rick Van Horn. He's going to be inducted October 9th into the Bakersfield College Hall of Fame. I don't know how I went in before you. I told them, I was like, hey, he taught me everything. How I go in before him? But definitely going to be an amazing night to celebrate you, Coach.
Well, it's a great club I'm joining. Great people in there, including yourself.
You know, we think about the family legacies we have, and we'll try to touch on some of that. But right now, Cabrillo has the football 1st and 20. Rolling right.
Oh,
nice pressure.
And that's what we talked about. Can't give that quarterback time. The key is going to be how much pressure East High can put on the quarterback from Cabrillo. Because when you go 20 for 28, you're not getting a whole lot of pressure. And that was last week against Selma, who Cabrillo played and beat.
One thing about Coach Romero, former Renegade linebackers coach, he's going to send them.
Yeah, you've got a second and about 30 now.
Empty set. Carranza back to pass. It's high, and that's going to be incomplete. Bringing up 3rd and forever. You can tell Andre Briscoe is this guy, Coach. He's handing it to him, and he's passing it to him.
Both these teams have a lot of guys going both ways. You know, the guy we haven't seen, of course, East High's only had it one time, is number 4, Jacob Borboa.
Oh, yeah.
Who was only a sophomore last year and had some outstanding games, especially on defense last year as a sophomore. He's the one that picked off the 2-point conversion on the first series.
Didn't he have an interception last week as well? That's going to be a nice carry outside to get some of that yardage back again by Briscoe.
It's going to be 4th down now and about 15.
You know, so that was a play where it looks like they're just trying to get some of that field position back, and now they're rotating that punt team. Great job by the East High defense, bowing up and standing strong. You know, I had a chance to get some insight on some of your students from the great Renegade Rob. Shout out to Renegade Rob. You know, I love getting insight on what the kids are like on campus prior to games as well.
I think he touched it.
And that's going to be recovered by the Blades. Dangerous attempt by Jacob Barboa. He actually tried to jump over his back that was blocking for him to get to the ball. Right then, you just got to call Peter if you can't get to it. Woo. East avoids a disaster. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Blades 1st and 10 from the 20.
All right, so if you're East, you still have to find a way to stick within your game plan, Still early. Let's see what they come out with on first down. Power inside, and that's a nice run.
Carried by number 44, Randy Lenore.
Good first down play of about 5 yards. Gives you a 2nd and 5. It's one thing we always say. You got to win first down.
Got to win first down.
5-yard
Kudos to
gain,
the
second
East
5.
High offensive line. You see they're getting some push and creating some space. If they can do that all night, it's going to turn into some results.
And the other thing is just by giving, you see Romero, number 9, moving in as a fullback. As he goes in motion, give that Lenore one more blocker.
Oh, another negative play. And those are the things that give us gray hair. You know, I see I got my grays out too tonight, Coach. You know, you work that hard to win first down, and then you lose 10 on second down. Those are the things that keep coaches up at night.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd and 13.
They've already had two 15-yard penalties. You've got a fumble there. You had the the slot screen they were going to run, and quarterback kind of threw a ground ball out there. They're just not in sync right now.
Right, these are execution things.
Yeah.
Shotgun pistol formation for the Blades. Quarterback in the pocket. Nice pocket, but now it's collapsing, and that's going to be a sack by appears to be number 66.
Sack by number 56, Cole Higgs.
Looks like Alex Vorlob.
Well, I tell you what, this first quarter, these punters are getting a workout.
Oh, yeah, that was 56, actually.
Back to receive, number
So that's going to be
21,
Cole Higgs that got that sack. And it was actually
Andrew
some pretty nice protection initially, but great coverage. Coverage sack is what you call it. Leads to the punt. Oh, and it's going to be a high shank, and that's definitely not what you want. As that may have been about a 10-yard punt.
Well, it didn't get past the first down marker, so.
You know, and I talk about this often too, Coach, because I have special love for my special teams guys. People don't understand how hard it is to be a punter as well. I remember us as players playing like we want to punt. And, hey, Coach, I can punt.
Yeah.
And you get out there and you shank one just like that happened right there. It's definitely a hard job, but you got to get results out of who you put out there.
And East High did this, and several teams do that. They put this up back too deep. So now it's he works his way back. The punter's coming for him towards it. Oh, look here. Look here.
Oh.
44 wide open down the seam. But punter's coming forward, up back's coming back, and so it forces the punter to
kick it in. Yep,
short legged.
Yep.
And that happens all the time. You got to give that guy some space. Get all your blocking done up front. Don't wait for that guy to get 7 yards to that up back. It's too late then.
Yeah, and especially if it's an inexperienced up back, he's going to keep losing ground. And really, he's more of a distraction than the rusher.
Yeah.
You know, and again, it's early in the season, so hopefully these are the things that Coach sees on film and helps coach the guy up. Nonetheless, Cabrillo with a golden opportunity with 3:24 to play in this first quarter.
Great field position for Cabrillo. They had a guy wide open that time, right
Yes,
down the seam.
Timeout.
All right, Coach, it looks like we're going to have a timeout, so we'll take 1-2 on Kern High Network and be right back after this. Welcome back to Current High Network. Kenny Calvin, Rick Van Horn, and Kevin Willie. Whether you know it or not, you got 3 Hall of Famers up here because Kevin Willie's going to be in there for music and directing one day. Right now we got a shotgun double set for Cabrillo. They're going speed option left and huge hit inside.
Who was that? 51?
Wow. Huge hit by Big 71.
51.
Oh, 51.
Oh, 51. Avion is balling tonight. That front 6, Coach, like you said, has been disrupting some things inside.
Well, you know, East High did a great job covering that option. They had somebody on the pitch. They had somebody on the quarterback, so the quarterback didn't have anywhere to go but to keep it.
Great discipline by those guys.
3rd and about 11.
Shotgun spread set, Coach. Looks like man coverage. Everybody's plastic.
Oh, we got a hold there.
This is going to come back, but quarterback does a great job
Yeah.
extending the play, but nonetheless, that's going to back him up.
Penalty flags in the backfield.
And that works out for the Blaze because you got to think that Cabrillo would have went for it regardless because you're kind of in that no man's
You're in
land.
that 4-down zone.
On the offense.
It's going to bring up about a 3rd down again, but it's going to be about a 3rd and 25.
Hey, again, so great job by the Blaze defense. You have a very short punt, golden opportunity for Cabrillo, but you come out, you bow up, you make 2 strong plays against the run, and now it's a long field, 3rd and 4. Forever, I should say.
3rd and 11 from the 27-yard line.
Going to say 3rd and 14. It's going to be 3rd and 20 for sure.
Yeah. 3rd and about 25, so they were 3rd and 10, 15, 25.
It looks like the Blaze are going to be in a quarters coverage. You got to make sure you discipline with your eyes. Little movement again, Coach, and they go with the run.
Oh, he's got some
my
area.
goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
And he gets it.
Andrew Wallace.
So you got a 3rd and
Cabrillo. Touchdown.
3rd and 25.
Wow. So Cabrillo gets the touchdown.
Just when we thought East High was going to start setting that edge and getting those guys inside, nobody steps up.
And it's one of those things that you have to make sure to tell players, be situationally aware. It's 3rd and forever. What's coming? Screen or draw? You know, they're not really going to throw a pass over your head, so you got to be ready for the things that are coming. They go with that quick delayed run.
Yeah.
Caught them off guard.
And it looked like, you and I know, cover 4 looks a lot like man, so they could have been in man. You take your chances, because now you have no outside run support.
So they're going for 2. They roll right. They have a man, and that's going to be complete. So Cabrillo converts, and that's going to be 14-0. And again, you look at the score. If you hear the score, you're going to be like, dang, East High's playing terrible. It's just a couple mistakes that lead to points. And it's not containing guys on the outside, leading to some huge runs.
Cabrillo doesn't like to throw the ball. They like to throw the ball when they want to. That means 2nd and short, 3rd and short. They want to get that play action and get you fooled. They'd rather fool you than sit there and just straight drop back because they know they can't protect.
Great scheme by Coach Dave Fleming because, like you said, they're not even in a whole lot of spread-looking formations.
Right.
It's tight, and it looks like run, and they're showing you what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But they're just saying, hey, be better than me because I think my guy's faster than you, and we're going to run it.
And then we're going to slip somebody out like they slipped the tight end out for the touchdown. The first touchdown, they had a guy wide open. They missed right down the seam, wide open.
Yeah, so, very impressed with Cabrillo's play calling so far, using what they have. You see East having some potential to be in this game. Hopefully they don't hang their heads.
On the return, number 4, Jacob Aborboa.
Jacob. Oh, and you got a flag. That would have been some nice field position.
1st and 10 Blaze. Penalty flags on the field.
That line judge saw something.
Yeah, that's going to take it back to about
On the tackle, number 48, Francis Wakatuata.
About the 20.
Oh, and they wave it off.
Oh.
Penalty flags will be waved.
Okay.
First and 10 plays.
Hey, I'm usually a guy that, as a player, I would give officials the blues. But you love seeing officials communicate and can say, hey, that was clean right there. Let's pick that up.
Yeah.
Pistol spread formation, coach. They're waiting on those chains to get set. Going to hand it off anyway. It's going to be about a 2-yard gain by Lenore, but he's still going. Said, hold up, Coach Cal. That's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Yeah.
On the tackle.
Put those pistols down. It's not 2. It's going to be 5.
Gotta love the way he keeps his feet moving as well. Like, he carried 4 to 6 defenders right there.
And he should be fresh because he only carried the ball 8 times last week against Highland. Because Highland was just – they knew all about him.
Right.
And they were ready for him. Look for Barboa here. There he goes.
There goes the Barboa on the inside run. He gains about 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5, and this is where you want to be if you're East. You just got to find a way to convert. Every time they got it to 3rd and 5, they've either lost a fumble back or, just sputtered out. They got to take advantage of this 3rd and 5 here.
Yeah. Well, I guess that wasn't Barboa that carried the ball. That was Mason Monaball. Counter tray here.
Great job inside by number 55, linebacker Jamison Pendleton. He's actually the DN, and he's one of their captains for Cabrillo.
That's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6.
Oh.
And that's going to send the punt team out again.
And I know I'm going to assume Coach Romero's mentality there was, hey, if we can get 3 to 4 yards, we'll go for this. But if not, we're going to have to punt. And that's very disciplined football because you don't want to just give them the ball right at your own 40.
Yeah.
So, again, you see the 3 up backs. Let's see if they're disciplined enough. And you got to jump right here. So now what does Coach Romero do as you had encroachment?
Well, it's going to be about a 4th and 1.
And here, this might change the whole philosophy of Coach Romero and the Blades.
Offsides, the receiving team.
And that looks like they've marched it to where there's going to be a 1st down.
Still 4th down.
I thought it should be a yard short. That's a nice spot he got there. It's going to be 4th and inches.
Well, they figure nobody can stop Lenore for 1 year.
So that is the end of the quarter. Cabrillo Conquistadors are up 14-0, but the East Blades are trying to strike. We'll be back on Kern High Network right after this. All right, we're back. 4th and inches for the East Blades. This might be the biggest play of the game. They pulled the punt team off. Offense is back out. Do you have a hard count? Do you see if you can get it? Get them to jump? Or are you going to just hand the ball off to the biggest man on the field? And that's what they do to Lenore, and he makes a move, makes one miss, and he's on his feet. Come on, it's off the 40. Across the 30. It's 1st down, Blades.
Wait a minute.
Well, I don't see any laundry on the field, but we got a stoppage of the game by the White Hat, and they're walking back. So let's see.
There is. Right down here in front of Coach Romero is a yellow flag.
Oh, and I was blocked by Coach Romero. He's right on the 50. I didn't see the hole, But that hold may have happened after he got the first down. So we'll see. As the White Hat tries to get organized, kudos to the officials, man. It's a very tough job. If you find yourself critiquing these men in these zebra outfits, go and sign up because we need officials, and we'll see how good you do on every play.
Well, you know, Lenore, if you notice, he got about 35, 40 yards, and there wasn't going to be a move. He eyeballed that DB, and there was grass on his right and on his left. He said, no, I'm running you over.
Oh, man. Gives me memories of the great Chris Davis, East High running back. That dude was strong. You didn't want to tackle Chris, man, coming head on, man. East High legend, Chris Davis. All right, so they march him back. They're trying to get organized as there's some confusion. The question we have is, where was the hold? Because it was 4th and inches, and where the hold took place dictates where they mark it from. So now,
well, this is going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Wow.
Look at
there. So you get a holding penalty on 4th and inches that takes you back all the way back to that 37-yard line, so the Blades have to bring that punt team right back out. And so unfortunate because that was a huge run by Lenore.
Their best play of the night.
Yeah, and you hear some frustrated Blade faithful as they get the punt off, and that's a beautiful punt. Oh, and it's muffed. It's muffed, and he picks it back up. Now he's on his feet, still on his feet. It's going to be taken down at the 42, but almost a golden opportunity for the Blades, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Cabrillo.
That was a gutsy little play by number 2, Andrew Wallace.
Wow.
A la Julian Edelman.
So disaster avoided by Cabrillo, and I guess that's another thing that's not crispy in the early games is fielding punts, Coach. That's our second muff of the night.
Well, I tell you what, something had to be better than that first or that last punt he punted, you know, with 0 yards. That one, he got all of it there.
And that's what you love about your kids, because you coach them up to say, hey, forget about the last one, and he comes out here and booms one.
Yeah.
You would have liked to get that tackle and coverage. They would have been at about the 27-yard line, but nonetheless, great effort by the return man. And it looks like they forgot to flip the field after they came out after the quarter because they were still going the same ways.
That's right. That's right.
So now you see the teams flipping directions because they should have actually flipped directions before that play.
That's right.
And again, like we said, it's early in the season for the officials. They'll get it together.
You know. I think they finally wanted to get that 4th down done.
Right. All right, nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Cabrillo. They're going to be heading north. East looking to try to get a stop because this is a long second quarter. You're already down 14-0. You don't want to give up something right now. Low snap. That's going to be hand off, a huge hit, but he did drop up.
That's a gain of 9 there. Briscoe. You know, he runs through there. He really doesn't want it. He didn't want any contact.
Wow.
And he got 9 right up the gut.
That was a tough run by the young man, Andre Briscoe. He's a tough kid. He's doing it outside. He's getting some powers inside. He said, Coach, watch this belly dive I run on you. Great play by Cabrillo getting 9 on that first down.
I don't think he's got any hips.
2nd and short.
Look at right down the seam. There he is, wide open, 21. Oh, we got a – wow.
And that's going to be a hold inside. And I'll tell you why it's a hold, Coach, because you had some great effort by Angel Ontiveros in the D-line. He kept trying to stretch out, and as he did, just like we said last week, that quarterback leaves the pocket, those offensive linemen are going to grab.
Yeah.
Personal foul.
But it doesn't happen if you didn't give an effort.
That one's got it. Cabrillo had 2 guys running wide open down the seam. That's going to be against East.
Wow. So the hold.
Apparently it was a face mask.
Oh, okay. I mean, in that they have a better view of it than we do. From where we were looking at it, it looks like they called a hold on the inside, but that's going to be a face mask on the outside, and that's totally devastating.
And that's going from the end of the play.
Wow.
The play stood, and they tacked on the 15.
Wow, and that call came from the line judge that was on the line of scrimmage looking downfield. So definitely our confusion, sorry for that, but huge penalty versus the Blades. 1st and 10, Cabrillo. Full house backfield with a pistol formation. Low snap again, and that's handed off again to Briscoe. Right through the middle. Touchdown.
Wow.
Wow.
Touchdown.
You know, and one of the tough things that we always analyze after big penalties, Coach, is body language. You can see the body language after
That's
that
right.
penalty. It looked like the defensive line was just succeeding to that touchdown, but great blocking up front on that power play.
Called sudden change. Sudden change. We used to do that. We used to have those drills. Sudden change.
Sudden
All of a sudden,
change.
you know.
Got to be ready.
You turn it over, you fumble it. You know that team, what are they going to do? They're going to come
coming
out.
after you.
They're coming out and taking a shot. And that's that sudden change that you can't hang your hat on.
Cabrillo looking to pour it on under center. They're going to go power on the left side. Handoff to Briscoe. And they look like he's going to be stopped short.
Yeah.
All right, so Cabrillo, they will be up 20 to the Blades 0. We're going to take a break and be back on Kern High Network right after this. All right, we're back. Cabrillo up 20-0. Kenny Calvin and Rick Van Horn. You got 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Renegade Hall of Famers. But right now we got East High trying to make a play, and they got a nice return across the 43. And that's Mason Mountaball. Nice return. So, hey, you got to remind guys you got to keep playing. It's a lot of time on the clock. Can't look at the scoreboard. You're still trying to work to get better every week. You definitely want to remind your young guys to keep playing.
You know, it's not like Cabrillo's just physically pounding East High. They're not.
Right. It's not a domination. Right.
They're finessing them.
Yeah.
East High's going, Jesus Christ, my jersey's not even dirty, and we're down 20 zip.
Coach, that's a great point because East looks like the more physical team.
Yeah.
When you're looking at it from first glance. Pistol doubles formation for the Blades. 40 even front for Cabrillo. Handoff inside, and that's going to be a nice tackle after a 1-yard gain. Want to take a quick second to thank our staff at the Kern County Superintendent's Office or Kern High School District Superintendency, and Stan Green, our boss, Deanna Ribbon, our HR director. Now you got a late flag. You can definitely guarantee that's going to be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, due to something that was said by the Blades. But again, we want to thank our Kern High School District Superintendency, our sponsor at Valley Strong Credit Union, for putting on contests like this and supporting the student athletes. right now, East High is trying to find some rhythm, but you can tell, we just talked about body language, Coach, and now you got players mouthing off and costing you more hidden yardage.
That's right. That's right. That's their 5th 15-yard penalty, and we're not even a quarter and a half into the game.
And that's tough because, like we said, you still have 9 minutes left to play in this quarter. If you're not disciplined and keep giving the ball back to this crafty offense, it's going to be an early night on the east side. Quarterback drops back to pass. He has a man.
Oh,
that's going to be out of bounds. And they did call that.
Penalty flags on the field. Pass intended for number 3, Jaden.
What'd you see there, Coach?
Oh, a little obvious. Number 2 for Cabrillo, shoved him out of bounds. That was clearly before the ball even got there.
And that was another thing. I always highlight things that you taught us from the defensive back position when we see moments like that. The defensive back had perfect coverage. You're covering them to the sideline, and you panic.
Well, it always – and that's a philosophy between different coaches. Some guys, I like you to get in that hip and look the same way as that receiver.
Yep, and drive him out.
I want the interception. I don't want the knockdown. And when you're right on the sideline, there's no reason to turn into him.
And push, right.
Get in his hip, ride him out of bounds. That way
you're the receiver, huh?
That's right.
All right, shotgun double set. Quick screen. We talked about the rocket screen effectiveness, and that's nice tackle.
I think that's Levi Delgado there.
Number 16, Levi Delgado. On the tackle, number 21.
Delgado took over at quarterback last year when Issei Santiago got hurt halfway through the season.
He's an athlete, too. You get that ball to him, he can make some plays.
And when Max Hall, who was at Highland last year, transferred over, he was gracious enough to make the switch to wide receiver.
And sometimes you have to do those things to make the sacrifices to be a better team. Right now it's a crucial 3rd and 6, and they got some motion. Great job by Coach Romero getting crafty, and his offensive coordinator, Coach Roberson. Sometimes you got to play the chess game. We always talk about that, too, every week, Coach. You know,
Well,
if you're East High, you want to get yardage any way you can. If I have to fool them, fake them.
First down.
That's a great point, Coach, because, again, with this amount of time left, all you got to do is find some rhythm and figure out ways to extend a drive to get down here to get some kind of points on the board. You put points up last week against a very good Highland team. This defense of Cabrillo hasn't done a lot to keep you from scoring. You've kind of shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Pistol spread formation. Handoff inside. Nice 4-yard run.
Run by number 44, Randy Lenore. Tackle.
Lenore is 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
They've got to get him on track. They got to get him going. A couple carries in a row, get that sweat going, get that lather up, and let him go.
I agree, Coach, because this is an offense that if you can do that 3 to 4 times in a row, now guys aren't going to want to tackle this dude.
That's right. You got to punish that defense, and he's the kind of guy that can do it. Got some scores.
What you got, Coach?
Tascadero 15, North High 7.
Whoa, North still playing tough.
Garces 23, Paso Robles 14.
All right, Garces.
Let's see what else we got.
Handoff on the left side, Coach, and that's a huge run and exactly what we talked about. Give him some multiple carries.
Yep.
You're going to see him start wearing these guys down on the white jerseys, put some mud on their backs.
Yep. Get him going. He's getting warmed up now.
And he's one of those backs, he needs multiple carries to get warmed up. You can't allow him to have one carry and 5 rests.
Nice,
5 rests. He's most effective as he's wearing guys down.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Feed the big dog.
Motion inside. And they go right back to that power, Coach.
It's all right.
At the middle by number 44, Randy Lenore.
Frontier,
Tackle number 56,
Frontier
Cole
up on
Hicks.
Liberty of Brentwood, 7-0
Nice.
in the second quarter.
That's a nice score. I love beating up on LA teams.
Second and 8.
There's one for you. Clovis West, 29. Liberty of Bakersfield, 7.
Ooh. I never cheer for those guys up there in those burgundy jerseys, man.
Yeah.
But they got some smoke going tonight.
They're the devil.
Second and 8.
Wasco, 19. Ridgeview, 8.
Okay. My wife's a Wasco vet. Oh, nice pursuit by number 2.
16, Kellaway.
Andrew Wallace of Cabrillo. This doing a great job trying to extend that running back to the sideline.
And that was Tino Calloway for the Blades.
Loss of 2 on the play, 3rd and 10.
So Tino Calloway gets his first carry. You got to find a way to spell Lenore once you give him those few carries. But right now, you're right back in that hole at 3rd and 10. You want to get something here at the 35-yard line. If you can get maybe 6 or 7, you continue to try to extend this drive.
Now you're chasing the chains at 3rd and 10.
End around, and
There
that's
we
a
go.
nice one. Across the
Barboa.
20, still on his feet.
Borboa, touchdown. We've been waiting on him offensively.
Thunder and lightning is what Renegade Rob called them, because you soften them up with the big fella in Lenore, and now you bring them on that end around and Barboa. That was nice blocking on the inside. That trap play gave us the blues back in the days too. But just amazing individual effort by Barboa, making one miss and racing to the finish line. And how about that? The Blades on the board.
5:24 left in the second quarter. 20-6, and Blades are having a hitch in their giddy up on this special teams.
And this might cost them if they can't hurry up and get this playoff.
Wow.
You want to try to hurry up. And you got guys, you're missing guys, and this is going to cost Coach a timeout if he has one. You're going to want to use one because you don't want to lose yardage on this conversion attempt when you're down like this.
Wow.
So they get him in. The refs actually gave him some leeway on that, and they avoid having to take the timeout.
That's first game mistakes, not second game mistakes.
Kick is up, and that's blocked, and that's what happens when you bring a late unit out as well.
It does, and that's the other thing is that's what happens when you line up the tee at 8 yards.
At 8 yards.
You know, you got to be 7 yards at least back from that center. Just, that kind of stuff just is.
Those are the coach killers that we talk about.
Yeah.
As a coach, you either have gray hair or none at all because of plays like that.
Yeah. But that's stuff that's just basic, fundamental Little League football.
Right. Because every day we're practicing PAT and field goal before we can even leave. And we have the situation where we're calling guys on. All right, so-and-so off, so-and-so on.
That's your Thursday practice, your call-outs, and
those are the things that as a young team, and again, young coaching staff, you try to iron out early. But again, those are the things you want to iron out first week.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Eastside gets on the board, 20-6. Cabrillo is up. 5:24 left to play in the second quarter. I'm Kenny Calvin and Rich Van Horn. We got Kevin Willie on the board today. It's great to see Kev. He's been busy touring the coast forever, playing drums for all these bands around here.
That's that rock star lifestyle.
I'm telling you. Lifestyle. All right. Ball is kicked off. Blades trying to get him down, but he gets another 5 yards, and that's a nice effort on that return by Cabrillo.
I'm just waiting for the rock star paycheck is all.
Yeah.
Kev, I'm with you on that, man.
Tackle number 14. Christian.
You know, Kenny, the one thing we haven't seen in these first 2 weeks is nobody's getting really bad field position.
Right.
Everybody's starting at 35, 40, you know.
1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
And, Coach, that's what you want as an offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're one of the best I ever seen doing it. I hate to see people keep giving you field position from the 35.
Yeah,
You're going to score every time.
That opens up your playbook. When you're backed up and you've got to go 90 yards, that playbook gets real small because you don't want to make any mistakes. And you're coming out.
All right, so we have a substitution issue for the Blades. Let's see. And they had too many men on the field. And that's another thorn in your foot.
Whoa.
Right when you're trying to keep these guys from taking off on you. So now it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Conquistadors. Speed option left. Great pursuit and great play by the Blades. Nice discipline.
Nice job by Mason. Number 1. He's made a couple plays.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Mason
Yeah.
tonight. You know, and that's one of the things that we talk about, too, as players and coaches, who still has that fire in their tail that want to try to inspire change, because when the offense isn't getting it done, it's up to us as a defense to create more opportunities. So you love seeing that.
That's why Borboa stood out so much last year for us. He played hard for 4 quarters.
And they're taking the shot right now, but that's some
we're going to
coverage.
get picked up.
Oh, great coverage.
Intended for number 3, Marcus Nash. On the coverage, number 2, Ish Salazar.
It's Salazar, and he's letting him know, too. You blanketed right there, the battle of the.
Well, I think they thought they had a little mismatch there.
Yeah.
They're 3.
That pass intended for Marcus Nash comes up incomplete. He's a senior for Cabrillo.
Got about 3rd and a long 9 here for Cabrillo.
Huge opportunity for the Blades. See if they can get a stop. Create one more opportunity for that offense before it's halftime. 3rd and 9. Play action pass, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
And that's nice pressure by that East High front.
That was actually a smart play by Barraza. He was just throwing that away. He knew that was read out. That little bootleg there, East High read it out very well, and he just threw it away.
Absolutely, but hey, guess who was on that pressure, Coach? Mason Monabot again.
Uh-oh.
That kid's playing lights out.
Back to receive, number 3, Jaden Navarro.
All right, so East High gets the stop. They just scored. You want to tell that punt returner to come up. You haven't seen this punter punt all night.
And sure enough, there's that hidden yardage we talked about.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 18 yards you missed out on if you just catch that punt.
And Coach, you always taught us, catch the punt or you owe me 20 push-ups.
Catch the punt.
On the sideline during the game. You got to field that punt because exactly what you said, 20 yards.
And he's kicking against the wind. And you always have a wind up here on the east side. So he was kicking against the wind.
That's why it pays to have confident guys back there. You want to have a guy that wants to catch the ball. Sometimes you got a guy back there, he don't want to catch it.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Blades. Pistol spread formation. They're going to roll right, and that's going to be complete again.
Oh, man.
Pass.
Wow, couple helmets came off.
To number 4, Jacob Borboa.
Number 28.
On the tackle, number 28.
What do you got? I got
Chase Williams.
Case Williams on that hit.
That was a huge hit. But, hey, how about Coach finding Barboa and getting him going? He didn't get a lot of touches in the first quarter.
You know, he was their guy last week.
Absolutely.
He was their leading receiver. Had 133 yards receiving last week against Highland.
2 touchdowns, too. All right, here comes Thunder, and they do a great job.
Oh. Randy Lenore. First on scene, number 11, Dominic Carlson.
Great job by that front of Cabrillo. Again, that looked like Jamison Pendleton.
Yeah.
He's been playing a very good game for them inside. And right now, it's going to bring up a 2nd and short for the Blades. They're running their plays in from the sideline. Old school. 3rd and short. Huge 3rd down for the Blades. 2:48 to play. And you want to get this because you don't want to give that ball back to Cabrillo with any time on the clock. Ball's handed off. It's going to be very close. But the ball came out.
I think Cabrillo's got this ball.
Oh, my goodness.
I think Cabrillo's got that.
And you are right, Coach.
Wow.
Wow. So just when you thought you were going to try to keep them from getting the ball, you turn it over, and it's just a tough extra effort run, and you have 4 or 5 guys around you, and you turn the football over, and that's definitely not what you want to do with 2:28 to play in this first half.
No, it's not. You know, he was still worried about – he was very upset to play before because you thought they were piling on him, whatever. He was still upset, and you could tell.
Yep.
It kind of affected that play there.
Definitely was running angry there and trying to truck some guys. Sometimes you just got to get the first down and go down. Oh, pass is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 3.
But again, Coach, to go back to that previous point, you already had the first down. You basically fall forward and live to fight another day.
Yeah.
But now we got an injury timeout on the field, and I can't see a number on there. But that defensive line has been playing very well. So we'll take a quick break with 2:22 remaining to play in this first half and be back on Kern High Network right after this. All right, so we're back on Kern High Network. Nice hand for Angel. He's back on his feet. Angel Ontiveros, he's been playing a heck of a game for the Blades defensive line. They're going to miss him when he's out. But right now it's 2nd and 10, and Cabrillo is going with this shotgun spread set, looking to take advantage of this opportunity they have. Oh, and they're going to keep it. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, and he has room. And he's across the 20. Out at the 15-yard line.
Whoa. We got a flag on top of that.
Oh, my goodness.
Late hit. They knocked Barrazo out onto the track.
Wow, and he's getting up slow. But he's not even up yet. And that's very unfortunate if he gets hurt on a late hit because he's having a pretty impressive game. And I was just about to talk about how crafty that offense is, Coach. They go empty. You think it's all pass.
And there he's, yeah. Then he works the quarterback draw.
All right, so good news. He's up on his feet.
Well, that's going to put the ball at about the 7.5. Man, there we go.
Another injury.
Losing that hidden yardage.
Yep.
They lost 18 on the punt because he didn't catch it. And the 15-yard penalty is just killing them. That's their 7th one tonight.
Yeah. And those are the things that, you know, as the season goes on, you want to correct them. But as a young team, you got to take advantage of those things early because it can definitely ruin some nights.
Personal foul against the Blades.
And this penalty yardage is definitely not something that's going to make you happy when you go back and look at film.
And as we look down on the East High sideline, we see Levi Delgado with his pads off. Looks like he might have a collarbone or a shoulder
Oh, man.
injury, so it doesn't look like he's coming back. And here's your guy, Briscoe. East High bottles him up.
By number 1, Andre Briscoe.
You know,
Tackled by number 24.
Briscoe reminds me of a kid I used to coach, Ruben Hendricks. Had about a size 12 waist, you know, and no hips. He could high jump almost 7 foot.
Wow.
2nd and goal from the 8.
All right, 2nd and goal. 1:42 to play in this first half. Cabrillo trying to add on to this lead that they have over the Blaze. Blaze trying to play some inspired defense after some mistakes. And, you know, as you see, Delgado being wheeled
Inside
off.
trap.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to get his
touchdown.
Carry by number 2, Andrew Wallace.
Inside trap,
Wow.
Andrew Wallace. It looked like it was about 5 Blades right there at the point of contact, and nobody gets a hand on him, Coach. So that's going to make it 26-6 for Cabrillo. And like you said, Coach, it doesn't look like a spectacular offensive performance, yet they have 26 points in this first half.
Yeah. With 21 seconds left in this first half, it's been all Cabrillo.
And you got to wonder if they even have a kicker because they've been going for 2 every time.
And here they are lined up again, going for 2.
Pop pass, and that's going to be complete.
Wow.
So the conversion is good.
That's number 44.
That's what we talk about. They want to finesse you. They want to fool you. They don't want to run over you.
Everything is done with intention, right?
Yep.
The run plays, they're carrying out all their fakes. The pop, that nice fake in that pop pass right there, that was just beautiful because you got all the linebackers sucking up. And that's definitely a tough way to go into the locker room
28, Blades, 6.
as you give it up.
Especially, you know, it's a difference if you get beaten physically.
Yes.
And you go into that locker room at halftime, that's different. But when you're getting beaten mentally, you're just kind of in a, what the heck's going on?
Right. It seems like a step behind for the Blades defensively on every play. And right now, you got 1:21 to play. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Coach Romero's approach is on this drive because you kick the ball back to them again or give them a ball with some good field position, they're going to score on you again. So you definitely want to be balanced right here. Not too aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, try to avoid any further injury.
With 14 seconds left, you just got to get in.
114, Coach.
114.
Oh, no, 14. No, it is 14. Is it 114 or 14?
I don't know. It looks like a Christmas parade on that scoreboard.
Right. So it might be 114, Coach. Oh, he has a man if he wants to let it fly, and he doesn't. Oh, and he does, and he has a man, but it's going to be short, and it's picked off. So now Cabrillo.
He's got the running room.
Uh-oh. And he's across the 50. And this is one of the guys that has some athletic ability, but that's going to be out again. But again, Coach, you turn the ball over on the first play, and that's going to give them an opportunity with 58 seconds.
Maybe you were right. There was 114. We thought we couldn't. There was no 1 on there. It says 58 seconds now.
Yeah, and that was my point, Coach. It's like you want to take a shot, but if you take that kind of shot and you throw the pick.
Yeah, you don't do that. General rule is you go short, first down before you take that big shot because that's what happens.
And those are the kind of plays that can really make this a game where the second half is just a polishing process. Because if they're able to get any points out of this. Oh, that was a huge hit. And we have an injured Cabrillo Conquistador
Injury timeout.
So we'll have another injury timeout.
You're going to see Cabrillo getting to the bag of tricks here. They're up 28-6. They're going to get in their bag of tricks here before the end of the half.
Yep.
Now,
Timeouts too.
the importance on Levi Delgado, he's the backup quarterback. So,
Wow.
if they keep in the second half keeps going the way it is, they're going to have to. Eastside's going to have to throw the ball. Here comes the pressure.
Yep. Got to
And
make
that's
sure he
when
can finish.
they got to keep him. Got to keep
Morrisero.
Hull safe.
Yeah, got to keep him protected because you lose him, that affects things down the line because you definitely don't think it's going to be good news after we saw Delgado being carted off with his pads off.
Delgado's the kind of kid that you can put in that he's been a starting quarterback. He's got reps under his belt.
Right.
If you need a change of pace and things aren't happening, he's a very mobile kid that's got a good arm. We saw that last year.
Wow, and that's definitely a tough thing, losing a kid like him when you're already lopsided on the scoreboard because you can't change the pace of the game anymore. All right, so shotgun double set. Quarterback drops back. He's pressured. He steps up, has a man, lets it fly, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. Marcus Nash.
Cabrillo, touchdown.
Wow. So, I mean, and that's the thing we talked about being careful with that 114 to play because you don't want to just give it back to a team that's looking to try to show you all the cars in the garage that they got.
Yeah.
Now, just like you said, Coach,
like
you
that.
said they opening it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Stunned home crowd for the Blades in this. And again, until that play right there, every play has been very highly contested.
Yeah.
This is, if you're watching the game, you're not feeling like it's a blowout
Right.
if you're not looking at the scoreboard, but you look up and it's a 34-6 game.
Cabrillo going for two again. Inside option, shovel.
Shovel pass, and they pulling out all the tricks.
I told you.
44, Tatum Simpson.
You had your crystal ball out, Coach.
44 he's the one that I believe caught the first touchdown. He's kind of their gadget guy. He can catch a shovel. He's good when he can run the ball. He can catch it. He's a big kid. He's got some good size on him.
Cabrillo putting it on the Blades. 22 seconds left to play in the first half, and it is 36-6. You know, this is the kind of game where we said if you can eliminate the small stuff, you can find a way to win. East hasn't done that in the first half.
Yeah. Too many mental mistakes
Back to receive the Blades.
on top of the normal physical mistakes. It's going to get you down big, and that's exactly what has happened.
Yeah,
22 seconds left.
You know, and early we saw some miscues like some drop snaps, some penalties, some holding, some face masks. All of those things, correctable things.
Returned by number 1, Mason Manabat.
Mason Manabat he looked like he had a lane, but he's going to be stopped.
On the tackle, number 44.
But again, Coach, the hidden yardage that you talked about, I'm seeing all of those plays in my head. The drop snap, the punt that you let go 20 yards when it's just a couple possession game, and you look up within 10 minutes and it's a 20-point game.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, the 7 15-yard penalties, plus 20. You know, we're talking about a whole length of football. That's 100 yards penalties and hidden
absolutely.
yardage right there.
Yeah. You know, so in this mode, now you got to do what you got to do. 1st and 10, trips open set.
Feed Lenore. Let's get out of this half.
Timeout, Cabrillo.
And let's regroup.
Wow, so Cabrillo's calling the timeout. 14 seconds left. You got to wonder what they're talking about. Probably preparing for any gadget plays and getting in that 3V set that we used to call it. No, nonetheless. Yep. Go ahead, Coach.
They're going to be should be in a little prevent, not real deep. the first play. And we'll find out what East's intentions are, but I got a feeling they're just going to
Neal.
maybe hand it to Lenore. Let's get out of here and get in that locker room.
Yeah, it's been a long first half for the Blades. Definitely didn't expect to see them give up 36 points.
Yeah, so Cabrillo in a soft shell, about 20 yards deep. There we go.
And you see
That I didn't like. I never liked that.
Right.
Take a knee, and that will take it
That's
to the half.
minus 5 yards on your stat sheet
Right.
right there. Come on.
Play, 6.
You know, so you see that -5. You offensive guys definitely didn't like that.
And East High had a problem getting yards anyway. Then you give them a -5.
Right. Well, that is the end of the first half. Cabrillo found a way to get some rhythm and take advantage of some unfortunate mistakes by the Blades. They are up 36-6. We're going to take a break for halftime and be back with second half action on Kern High Network. One of them did.
And conviction about standing up, speaking out, and fighting for what you believe. It asks us to look within and imagine a peace, not just for our time, but for all time. It challenges us to dream of a world where peace is not a fleeting moment, but a lasting legacy. It dares us to believe in a peace not just for today, but for all time. It's not just about imagining and dreaming of lasting peace. In the words of the Beatles, in the darkest hours, when the night is cloudy, we must stand together, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Drum major is the band ready. East Bakersfield High School play band and color guard. You may take the field for your performance.
I realize the pursuit of peace is not as dramatic as the pursuit of war.
This is a red alert. You are advised to go to your nearest shelter area.
See for your blades, number 1, Mason Medevac.
Welcome back to Kern High Network. Hall of Famer Kenny Calvin, Hall of Famer Rick Van Horn, and future Hall of Famer Kevin Willie, the director on the board. We are here at East High as the Cabrillo Conquistadors have opened up a can in the first half. It's 36-6.
Kick was out of bounds on the 25-yard
If
line.
you're the Blades,
Penalty flag on the field.
what are you looking to do as you come out in the second half, Coach?
Well, you know, you said it earlier. You got to just get in a groove. We got to find something that we're doing well. That's either Lenore's got to start running, pounding the rock. You got to open it up. You got to throw it on. And move the ball around. Right now, you're kind of,
Ball will be placed at the 35
you know,
yard
you're
line.
kind of everywhere.
13 Blades.
One guy will make a good play, 2 bad plays, and another one, Barboa will make a play, and then the kid I'm impressed with, the new one, number 1, is Mason Monaball.
Yeah, he's been playing very well for the Blades, playing with some heart and some intensity. First down carry.
That's number
Carry by number
6.
6, Tino Callaway.
Wow, Tino
Callaway.
Callaway gets his first carry of the game.
Well, he had one early in the second quarter,
Okay.
but that leads the question on what's wrong with Lenore.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Special thanks to the East High School staff, Principal Carla Starworth, AP of Instruction Megan Mawson, Maggie Ortega, AP of Administration, Dean of Students Sonny Babar, Tina Balance, Athletic Director James Dominguez, and Activities Director Lori Ambrose. East High looking to try to get a first down, and that's a nice run on second down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. And again, Coach, we talked about makeable third down conversion opportunities. Let's see if they can take advantage of this one.
Callaway's got a little speed, little quickness. He hit that hole like he was late for dinner.
And it's nice for Coach Romero to be able to give other guys a chance, as you know, the scoreboard is what it is. That way you find out who really wants to be here. Shotgun doubles formation. Pistol, 3rd and 4. Quick screen out to the left, and that's going to be a first down.
Pass complete to number 5, Kingdon.
And that's how you start it.
Blades, first down.
Little steps lead to medium steps, lead to big steps.
Absolutely, Coach. I mean, because if we go back to early second quarter, there was a couple of situations where East High, all they had to do was just get the first down to keep a drive going.
Yeah.
You had a first down and you fumble the ball, and then they go and score 2 plays later. Those are the uphill battles that you want to avoid. It shows the success that they can have if they find some consistency. Handoff inside. Nice 4-yard run.
Yeah, that's Lenore.
Carried by number 44, Randy Lenore. On the tackle, number 8, Felix Hernandez.
Randy Lenore probably having a good night from a numbers perspective if you look at him.
Well, you know, he hasn't gotten to that rhythm. You know, if you remember last year, he's knocking off 8, 9, 10 yards at a pop.
Yep.
He hadn't got into that rhythm yet.
Yeah, he only really had one drive where he had a good,
He had a good
20
run.
to 30 yards. Hopefully they can capitalize on that, Coach. Hey, win the second half. That's what you're saying if you're
That's
Coach
right.
Romero. 2nd and 6. That's going to be fake and thrown outside.
Pass complete to number 1, Mason Medevac.
Mason Manabat. Oh, and he fumbles the football, and they say it's live, and it comes up Cabrillo. So are they going to call him down, or are they going to say that's a fumble, and they're going to say that he was down, and I think that's a good call
Down by contact,
because it looked like the ball came
First down,
up
play.
after the spin,
Uh-huh.
but it's very bang, Coach. Woo,
Yeah,
East
that
High.
wasn't a clear cut. You couldn't go either way, so it stays with the offense.
Yeah, I
First
mean,
and 10 from the 39
if you
yard
coach
line.
Romero, you're definitely talking ball security.
Yeah. And the way to stop Cabrillo's offense is keep him on the sideline.
Yes. NyQuil offense. Got to put them to sleep. You might not be trying to win the game.
This is actually East High's best drive, 2 first downs.
Nice handoff on the inside. That trap play has worked very well for him.
Mason Manabat. Tackle by number 11.
Mason Manabat, like you said, Coach, he's turning into a guy for him. And this, whether it's win or lose tonight, something to look forward to for the future.
Yeah.
And Coach Romero and also Coach Cam Roberts.
If this is the game plan he should have, they should have came out and started with. Run, run, quick screen, run, run. Flat pass.
Yep. And Coach, you make an amazing point because I think they tried to do that, but, a couple fumble snaps, and it takes you all the way out of your game plan. 2nd and 5. Motion right.
Another one to get a little short pass to get you. There you go. He had him.
Oh, and he took a huge hit, and that's number 56. He's been in the backfield all night, Coach.
Yeah.
Cole Higgs.
So they needed that one.
Intended for number 1, Mason Manabat.
They were in a situation where they were throwing the ball when they wanted to. 2nd and 5, perfect. Great opportunity to throw the ball.
Yep, perfect scenario. They haven't changed the box, so it is 3rd and 5 now. Now they change it. And like you said, Coach, I like the call because you're catching them off guard, but it only happens because you had that winning first down.
Yeah.
Shotgun spread set for the Blades.
This will be a 4th down zone for the Blades.
Oh, you got some movement.
All right. A little long count here, which is good.
And you have a flag there. You got to wonder if there was somebody lined up in the neutral zone there, Coach. Let's see what the line judge has.
Penalty flags on the field.
And other than some slight confusion.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Full start on the offense.
So you got a false start on the offense, and again, that takes you right back behind the chains.
Now you're 3rd and 10. Now guess what? You have to throw it. You don't want to, but you have to.
Legal procedure. And it's going to be declined.
Result of the play. 4th down.
Wow, so gutsy call by Cabrillo. Say they figure they have the lead.
Well, like I said, it's 4 down zone, so.
Right, and if they take that penalty, it gives them an extra down. So, you're playing with some confidence if you're Coach Fleming and his guys. But if you're the Blades, I'm sure you're saying, hey, thank you. We were going for it anyway at this point.
Yeah.
Shotgun spread set. Pass is going to be caught and complete.
Pass complete to number 5, Kane Gonzalez.
Kane Gonzalez with the reception.
Yeah.
The junior, 5'10".
See, that should have been the 2nd and 5 play 2 plays ago. To give him that first. To throw it when you want to, not when you have to.
Yeah, the chess game of hearing you say those things, Coach. I haven't had an opportunity to call a lot of offense, but hearing you say that, it gives us an idea of how we would need to cover it. You're keeping us off our toes as a defense.
Yeah.
High snap. Oh, huge play in the backfield by a host of Cabrillo defenders. And Cole Higgs is having a game. This kid has been all over the place tonight.
Cabrillo doing a good job when East High bounces it outside the tackle box. They're doing a good job swarming. It's when they hit inside the tackle box that they're doing the most damage.
Right.
The Blades are.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you give Higgs so much credit. He has that C on his chest for a reason and was out there at that coin toss. He's playing a nice game inside out for Cabrillo. But right now you got the Blades.
2nd and 14.
Another hitch. It's going to be caught and swarmed. That actually lost yardage.
On the tackle, number 2, Andrew.
So now that brings up about a 3rd and 16.
Coach, one of the things you highlighted last week when we were at North Stockdale, you talked about sometimes we, as fans and quarterbacks, we want to go east-west so much when the best play might be down the seam.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything down the seam from East High all night.
But you have seen it from Cabrillo.
But you have seen it from Cabrillo. You challenge those linebackers and safeties to be disciplined when you go after those seam routes with your tight ends. But everything's been on the edge for the Blades, and it may be because they haven't been able to protect very well also.
Blades, 4th and 16.
So with 4th and 16, Coach, I'll tell you why I don't like that last play call, because you didn't get any of the yardage that you need to try to extend the drive.
Yeah. If you knew you were going to go for it on 4th down, so let's get half of it back just to
get something back, because it's still 3rd quarter. It's a lot of football left to play.
Yeah, and now you're 4th and 16 here.
And I guarantee you, Cabrillo's ready for the pass, deep.
Yeah.
So, you got to try to catch him off guard, hit something underneath. And nonetheless, right now, this is all or nothing. Shotgun double set. Quarterback drops back. Has a man on the seam, and that's picked off.
That's a great play.
Amazing play.
That's kind of that sucker. That safety suckered him right into that. They ran a little scissor route. Outside, inside receivers kind of switch. One goes to post, and that safety was just baiting that quarterback.
That was an amazing break on the ball and catch with the hands, Coach.
At high point. Love that.
Love seeing a player catch it with his thumbs and his index fingers together to make that play. You got to admire the quarterback for trying to take that shot, because that's what we were asking you to do, but that was just a great play by that safety. So that turnover brings back a hot Cabrillo offense, and this is going to be their first opportunity of the second half. They're going to hand off inside. That was the best drive of the football game
for East High.
Yeah. And somebody's probably saying, hey, well, they scored already. Yeah, but they didn't drive the football all the way down to score.
Yeah.
They had good field position. That time they actually were moving the ball different ways and just weren't able to finish.
Yeah. And there for just a short while, they were doing what they wanted to do.
So we got our first cramp, Coach.
You got a cramp sighting.
I got a cramp sighting. I got the goggles out. We got our first cramp sighting of the night. We had about 30 of them last week. Kev, it was a disaster.
That usually happens later in the season when it starts to get colder and they stop drinking water.
That too.
Well,
that too.
Yeah, but early on, and that's why you got to just stress to your kids, because I used to tell the kids, if I go out there and you got a cramp, and we've been telling you all week, you ain't going back in.
You ain't going back in.
And so they would just –
we had the salt tablets and everything, Coach.
They would get up. They would fight their way off. Not a cramp, not a cramp.
You cramping? No, Coach.
Yeah.
So the injured East High Blade, it looked like it's generally going to be a cramp. Otherwise, we would have took a break. But definitely, while we have the time, we want to thank our boss, Stan Green, another Hall of Famer. He all his Hall of Fame greatness are the Renegades, man. Stan Green is one of them. Also want to thank our staff, the Kern High School District Superintendency, our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union. I miss going through there every week, breaking down allowance. But, oh, how I love having the whole summer off as a member of the Kern High School District. So honored to join my coach and all the men that were my mentors and make me love this opportunity to be here with you guys. Special thanks to everybody that makes these events happen. All right, so we're back. 3:58 to play in this third quarter. Cabrillo trying to find a way to put more punishment on the Blades. The Blades still trying to find a way to find themselves.
Oh, that's that inside. It's that inside trap that they scored on early on.
That's a play that gave us the blues about 30 years ago.
Tackled by number 24.
Had a guy named Ryan Tyiska running that against us. I'll never forget that name.
The other kid,
McKay
Richardson.
Christensen.
Well,
Yeah,
McKay.
Richardson too.
Big wing, yeah.
Richardson would run that trap. Yep. Those two guys ran that trap to perfection.
Yeah. And Richardson was no small kid. He was a big kid. He ended up going to
SC, right?
Maybe.
Yeah,
he went to the Pac-10.
Yeah, he was down there with Larry.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you where I met him at.
Look at
amazing
this.
move, and he's still on his
This
feet.
guy.
And he's across the 40, and it's a track race, and it's
Oh,
across
my.
the 30, the 20, and see ya tomorrow, Andre Briscoe
Wow.
for 75 yards.
And no flags.
Wow. Well, I mean, Coach, that's how they started the game, his athletic ability on the edge.
And I'm looking at him. He didn't want any part of any contact coming through. He was just kind of, and then, yeah. And then,
You see him take that skip? He took that skip and looked around. He's like, y'all not going to hit me. Okay,
I'm going.
I'm out. Cabrillo, crafty offense, Coach.
just we kept saying, you know, we saw him early in that first half, just a finesse offense.
Oh, and they do have a kicker.
Uh-oh. He's probably a little tight. He hadn't kicked all game.
Right. He's like, what?
42-6.
And they're having issues. All right, so let's see if it was a reason they kept him over there, Coach. Cabrillo set the kick. Kick is up. And it is no good. And now we know why he's been sitting over there. So Cabrillo will be up 42-6, Coach. 2:41 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break because it looks like this is going to be a running clock moving forward unless the Blades can get something going on Kern High Network. Welcome back to Kern High Network. Live from East High, Cabrillo came from Lompoc on a mission because they've been putting in work, Coach.
Kick out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First and 10 Blades.
Gotta love the East High faithful that's still here. Go ahead, Coach.
Let's take a look at East High.
Bakersfield High School would like to thank the EBHS Booster
Will
Club,
play Foothill next week
Zipper Fries, Kearney,
here at East High.
and the athletic boosters
Cabrillo
for all their events
travels
here
to, like
tonight.
you said, Lompoc.
And I'm not sure what Lompoc looks like, but we already heard what Morro Bay looks like.
They're throwing it all around, and Cabrillo does play Taft here in the Valley in a couple weeks.
Taft has had some surprisingly good football teams in recent years.
East High's going to, we thought they could get some early wins. Highland was a question mark because they've been playing good football the last couple of years. Cabrillo, Foothill, Delano, Miramonte. Then they open league with Tehachapi, and that'll be a little different.
Pass complete to Barbeau. That looked like they actually horse-collared him. That's going to be a missed call. Barbosa is definitely one of the toughest kids.
Yeah. Well, you
on
look
the
at
field.
Barboa's lower body is. He's been on that squat rack for a while.
Coach, and I believe you because if you have a weak lower body after a tackle like that, you usually on the sideline. He got right back up. Pistol spread formation for the Blades. 40 even front for Cabrillo. 1:22 remaining in the third quarter. Ball's handoff inside to Lenore. Lenore through one tackler. He's going to take it to the 48-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4. Got to admire Lenore's toughness. Offensive line has also did a good job trying to create some opportunities. They just haven't executed from a penalty standpoint.
They're still trying to figure out their identity. They've got some playmakers. You know, 6 have done a great job. They got Barboa. They've got the number 1.
Yep.
Mason. Montaball.
Yeah, they definitely have some pieces. Oh, and we got a late flag, Coach. You got to wonder if that's going to be on the defense or somebody saying something. We'll see. Personal foul.
Wow.
That's going to be on Cabrillo, losing their cool.
Well, we haven't had a 15-yard penalty against Cabrillo in a couple quarters.
Right, and what you got to wonder is if it's one of these guys that just came in the game, getting an opportunity to spell someone relief and coming in here out of character. I know as coaches that drove you crazy. You've been on the sideline all game. We finally let you in, and you get a personal foul, and you've been on the sideline all day.
Yeah.
I remember sending a kid in to play when I was coaching at BC. He got in there, did something stupid, ended up fighting, second play in. I brought him right back out.
Yeah.
I don't think he played the rest of the year. So like you said, Coach, East is going to be at Foothill. Foothill's at California City tonight, I think. Not sure what that contest is looking like right now.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that as we come back on the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back after this. All right, we're back on fourth quarter action, live from East High. The Blades just trying to find ways to finish drive. This is their deepest penetration, I want to say, other than their scoring opportunity. Quick hitch up top. That's going to be complete.
Looks like it's going to be a first down for the Blades.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to break that tackle, Coach, and they lost a couple.
Yeah.
He had first down yardage, like you said.
Yeah. Now it's going to be third and 2.
Young receivers, if you're watching that, especially knowing the situation, you catch the ball at the sticks, fall forward, fall down.
Because the route tells you, go to the sticks, stop. We want you to catch it for a first down.
And the way the game is going, you want every first down. We've seen what happened in third and fourth and short multiple times, and look exactly as we say it. you don't get the first down when you had it.
Now you're fourth and that do or die.
Tell you, either one of us got our crystal ball out every week. We just try to tell you, you catch it at those sticks, get the first. You trying to earn extra yardage, you lose the first down yardage, and now it's 4th and inches again. Shotgun spread set. Split backs. You've seen that cross trap here often. They're going to throw it, and they got a penalty.
Oh, man.
And that's going to be a formation penalty again, Coach.
Penalty flags on the field.
And what I'm thinking it is the receiver isn't lining up on the line or he's covering somebody up. I didn't see whether it was strong right or strong left to know if he was covering that guy.
The X or the Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th and 8.
But again, like we said, you don't fall forward for the first down. That's the hidden yardage again that you lose based on not falling forward. Next play, you lose 2 yards, and then you got the lineup penalty.
Well, let's see here. Oh, it's 4th. Okay. Somebody had moved it to second now. 4th and about a long 6.
Shotgun spread set.
He's going to have to throw the ball here.
Quarters coverage, and that's going to be incomplete. Oh, and they got bailed out with the flag.
Man, I don't know about that one.
Number 3, Jaden Navarro.
Yeah, safety came. I agree with you, Coach.
Yeah.
Safety came through his back as the ball got there.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the Blades finally get a break, and it's going to be 1st and 10.
I thought that was just a good play by Cabrillo's safety.
This line judge has been busy. He's thrown a lot of flags tonight. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. He's just been very active.
Blades, first down.
Got to give credit to this Blades faithful that's sticking out with the guys. Watching them work, watching them continue to try to get better. 8:15 left to play in this 4th quarter. Pistol formation. Double set. Handoff on the inside. Nice blocking on the inside. Needs to cross the 5.
Carried by number 1, Mason.
And that's going to be a touchdown for the Blades. So the Blades don't give up. And you like it.
Mason Manaball.
Mason has played very well for the Blades.
They're picking his spots for him. You know, he's not the biggest kid, but he's a good compliment to Lenore. You know, you talk about Thunder Lightning. Well, that Lightning's been a couple guys.
Yes,
Barboa,
it has.
Callaway done a good job being that Lightning guy.
And more than anything, Coach, you just love the fact that guys ain't giving up on themselves because of what the scoreboard reflects.
Yeah. It looks like East High is going to go for 2.
So 7:03 to play, 42-12.
But Barboa comes out of the game. One of your offensive weapons there.
Still a running clock based on it reaching 35. And they hand it off, and he fumbled, so that's going to be no good on that conversion.
No good.
No, but again,
Cabrillo Conquistadors, 42.
East High finding a way to not give up on themselves. And I've said this year in and year out about East High teams. I'm an East Side kid. I grew up on the East Side before I went to high school and spent the rest of my career on the West Side. One thing about kids that go to East High, they're going to play with pride and they're not going to give up on themselves. And we've had games like that where, you know, first half, first quarters don't go how they want them to, but they never give up on themselves, and that's one thing I love about these Blades. Finding a way to get in the end zone again and continuing to try to work to get better.
Yeah.
to receive for Cabrillo, number 1, Andre Briscoe, and number 21, Jacob.
Now, it hasn't been a whole lot of kicking off, right? We've already seen what Briscoe can do. You definitely don't want to kick it deep to him. Probably going to see a squib or onside at this point.
We got 5:33 left in this fourth quarter. 42-12.
Oh, they go with the sky kick, and that's going to be caught. Nice coverage. Ooh, it's some huge hits going on. I'm telling you, Barboa is out there cleaning people up.
Tackle by number 22, Ray Cuevas.
Barboa didn't even make the tackle, but he out there pancaking guys. You got to love kids like that. Don't matter what the scoreboard says, I'm still going to hit you in the mouth.
Lenore was in it on that tackle too.
Wow. I mean, two of your biggest players on your team on kickoff not giving up on themselves. That's how you build for the future. I like that. All right, 1st and 10, Cabrillo. You got to think that they're probably going to try to put the Blades to sleep.
You can see they're using the clock. They're going to use all 35 seconds.
And that's a character move as we see the tackle inside. Character move by Coach Dave Fleming because they've been able to move the ball how he wants. He definitely could try to run it up.
Yeah.
But he's not doing that. Very class act.
And you're about under 4 minutes here. They're just going to take their time, and that's going to frustrate East High. Now, this is a character builder here because they made a couple good plays. They did score. They're playing a little antsy, and now the other team's taking their time.
Nope, you can't get my ball back. Nope.
We'll see how they keep their composure.
Yep, see if they can keep their cool, Coach. Handoff inside. Uh-oh, one man to beat. Across the 40 and across the 45, and they got some guys over there. As that's Jacob Barraceros. We haven't even said his name.
Well, and we got to start talking about
homecoming right here at East Bakersfield High School.
Player of the game because we're
the Foothill Trojans.
getting under 3 minutes now. We have a running clock here.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a situation where, you got the running clock. If you're East High, you definitely want to get out of here and get to the film room as fast as you can. If you're Cabrillo, you want to try to get out of here without any injury because now you're 2-0 and you're going back home to play in your own backyard.
Yeah, and your rival game with Lompoc.
Right. Rival game, two hometown teams. It's going to be interesting. Next week when we're in the booth, I want to see what that score is of that game. Because this team tonight at Cabrillo, they didn't start off very hot, but they found themselves.
Yeah.
Second and 10. It's 2:13 to play. And one of the things that we usually would talk about is player of the game, but one of the things that we don't do when we have road teams is give a player of the game if they get the W. Sorry, Cabrillo. We can't give you the Kern High Network shirt. Nice move.
Go.
And that's going to be a first down carry.
That could be it right there.
Rolando Jimenez gets the carry.
Well, what are you thinking? We've got some guys that have made some plays. Mason Manabal.
Well,
Callaway's made some plays. Barboa.
I would be very remiss to pick a player outside of Barboa. Just watching him compete how he has and watching that last play on kickoff. Like that's how you get my vote. You've already paid dividends doing everything you can. You got one of the only touchdowns on that trap play.
Yeah.
But you still on kickoff busting heads when you down 30.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're a team leader, that's a definitely a way to get a vote.
Yeah.
Injured Blade on the field.
And this may be, well, he stopped it at 44 seconds.
Yeah, so they stopped that. You know, and again, we can talk about players that definitely impacted the spirit of the Blades to get another touchdown, and Barbeau was
And
definitely
Barbeau
one of
also
those.
had that interception on the 2-point conversion.
Absolutely. I forgot about that one, Coach. Definitely, and being transparent, he's one of the players that Renegade Rob said was going to be a difference maker if they were able to get the win.
Yeah.
You know, so you definitely rooting for kids like that. You know, I'm rooting for the offense to find a way to eliminate those small mistakes. I felt like if they could have avoided some of that small stuff, they could have made a game out of it.
Well, 7 15-yard penalties in the first half.
That'll do it.
You're not going to win games, you know. And then a couple turnovers, fumble, interception.
That is the
So
end of the game, end of regulation.
So they have called the game.
42, East High Blades 12.
We definitely want to thank everybody involved, our boss Stan Green, our staff at the Kern High School District Superintendency, sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union, our staff at East High, Carla Starworth, Megan Mawson, Maggie Ortega, Sonny Bebar, Tina Balance, James Dominguez, and my BC comrade, Lori Ambrose. You know, fun fact about Lori, she actually wrote my bio for Hall of Fame last year. she tried her best. She had to shrink it down, but she did a great job on that. Shout out to Lori. You know, but definitely an honor to always share the air with you, Coach. You know, it's a dream come true to be a player for you. I remember the first time you told me I was going to be a starter, man, and I couldn't believe it. But the one thing I knew is that I didn't want to let you down.
that's right.
And I always played that way, so it's always an honor to be here in your presence and talk the game with the person that taught me the game.
It's always fun to talk, relive the memories, you know, and talk about the old stuff, the old days.
Absolutely. And guess what? We made it all the way through the broadcast without even bringing up where we came from. Take that, everybody that always says we talk about that blue too much. This has been Kenny Calvin, Hall of Famer Coach Rick Van Horn, future Hall of Famer Kevin Willie, producer director. We will see you next week. Love you guys. Stay safe, Bakersfield.